again, welcome. Today we want to talk about prayer. See how one of the problem suffer in prayer. Struggle with prayer life. Prayer, God did not design it that you have to suffer. Oh, God designed it so that it will be frustrating. It's not supposed to be frustrating. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be lovable. It's supposed to be something that you love with the whole of your heart. Your entire being will respond with gladness when you hear the word prayer. So I am trusting God that I give us one or two illustration from my own experience that helped me to live a life of prayer. It's going to help you out there. So, now Jesus said in Luke chapter 18, verse 1, he said something. It was Jesus that said it. He said, men ought to pray faint. In other words, if you don't pray, you will faint. If you don't pray, you're going to faint. Now, this means that you will lose strength. I hope you know the person that is fainting loses strength. That's number one. Number two, in another word that you're going to faint, you will lose life. That's the second point about that statement. So if you are fainting, automatically it means that you are losing life. Life is sniffing out of you. But what life is that? I must make that clear. Is the life you have in God. Now, some of you will not understand that life I'm talking about until when we look at the book of Genesis. I'm just throwing this to you. When we have time, we're going to look into the scriptures because I'm in a haste to say one or two things I want to say concerning prayer that is going to help you. Now, the life I'm talking about you'll be losing is the life of God in you. Is the life that make your very essence worth living. Is the life that gives you value in the presence of God, and even on this earth that you live, that creatures or creation will respect you when they see you as one who live the life of prayer. Okay, let's start from the beginning because this is going to be my first series on prayer. I will take a long journey discussing about prayer with us. So first of all, we all know that prayer is communication with God. Prayer is communication with God. How do I know that? In the book of Matthew, chapter 6, if you read it from verse from 28 down to 33, you will see that Jesus was teaching his disciple how to do this communication with the Father. And the first part of the prayer is he say, if you want to pray, say our Father. Can you see now he's communicating with God? They asked him, say, teach us how to pray. So he said, if you want to pray, say our Father. You see that? Hallowed be thy name. Now, to hallow him, it's is a vast statement. You need to know the depthness of it so that you will hallow him. It's not just for you to say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And then you pass. What is hallowed be thy name? Now, Jesus Christ was giving us templates of how to pray. Because when you break down each word Jesus gave in that prayer, you're going to discover you have a whole lifetime point of prayer, or act of prayer, or ways to pray, to communicate with God. So, having said all this, back to what we said prayer is, or we accepted prayer is. Prayer is it's communication with God. So if prayer is communication with God, then it means prayer, it's a relationship. I want to start with that point. Prayer, it's a relationship with God. Prayer is a relationship with God. And how do I mean by that? That prayer is a relationship with God. Now, we accepted that is a communication with God. The person you communicate with is someone that you have a relationship with. Or the person you have a relationship with is someone that you communicate with. And the communications are in levels. So, that is why you will discover that the prayers also are in levels. There are certain people who pray less. There are certain people who pray much. In other words, if you grab the light of prayer as a communication with God or relationship with God, it means that there are people who just talk with God or relate with God briefly at the surface. And there are people also who relate with God deeply into the intimacy, where they get into the secret part of God. So it's your choice on how deep you want to go with this relationship with God. That is called prayer. A lot of us feel prayer, it's a burden. So what it means that this relationship, it's a burden to you. Some of us feel prayer is frustrating. It means that what you are saying also, that prayer is frustrating. A man that forsake genuine prayer, he is forsaking relationship with God. A man that forsakes prayer, he is forsaking relationship with God. Now let me give us an illustration. If a man has a damsel, when we say damsel, we talk about your fiancé or your fiancé. Or you have a man that you're going to get married to, the one you fall in love with. Like some of us will sing a song, my beloved is the most beautiful. But it's at the surface, it's just the melody we love. It's just the groove we love. It is the euphoria of the thing that we love. But it's not really the person that we are talking about that we really love. Because if you love that person, deep intimacy, deep communication will be established between you and that person. Now, the lady you go to as just a mere friend, or you meet in the classroom, or you meet in the church, there is a level of communication you have between you and such a lady or such a man that is not your lover. Hey, how are you? How's everything? Yesterday, how was the lecture yesterday? Or how was service yesterday? Oh, fine. Oh, to thank God, 2 days I didn't see you, so have a good day. And then you go. You communicated. Because you are friends and you know yourselves. That is the first level. Now, many people's prayer is like that also. Just follow me carefully. Many people's prayer is like that. Just at the surface level. And they feel contented. And it doesn't mean that the person that you are greeting and you are exchanging pleasantry with is not responding. He's responding. But he is responding also based on the surface that you are relating with him or you are relating with her. You following me? I'm trying to give you a picture of prayer so that it will become a lifestyle, not a spiritual event activities, or not a spiritual activities that we do in fellowship or in the churches. No. Prayer is far above such a level. If you understand what prayer is, at any time you hear the word prayer, life will come inside of you. Instead of tiredness, instead of feel stress or feel disturbed. Now, when you see a man or a woman that is feel disturbed when prayer comes, his spirit is not yet connected to what we are talking about yet. That's understanding. It's on that platform Jesus Christ says that if you don't pray, you will faint. So follow me carefully. You're going to see deeply why Jesus had to say it on that statement. So now, but if the man or the woman moves into the level of this relationship of becoming lovers between she and that brother, or between that brother and that sister in the church, or in the class, or in your office, whatever where the relationship begins. But if the relationship now transcends from just casual friends or normal people that you meet day to day, the communication level is not going to be like the first one I just described. Even your posture when you are communicating is going to be different. So you see that? The level of reference will change. Level of respect will change. The reference you give to one another, it will change. We have to understand prayer that way. Don't forget, I said the first level of communication, I gave the description of the person responded to you, but he responded to you at the surface at which you are relating with him. So now, this is the second one now. But the person is your lover. You are his lover. You gave your life to the lover, to the one you call your love. You're the one that gave, the one that you call your love has given his life also to you. At that level of relationship now, that's what we call intimacy, supposed to be the expression between the two of you. There's this depthness that it will come. That it is not just how are you doing. It is not just about how was yesterday. You want to go deeper and know some secret things about yourselves. Not even just only about the present, but about the past. Not only about the past, but even about the future plan. Now, intimacy, a level of intimacy is beginning to develop between you and that person. That's what prayer is. If you have not realized God, you have not received some depthness of God, your level of prayer is at the surface. And your understanding of prayer, it is that level of just cordial greetings and cordial relationship. But what God is calling us into when we talk about prayer is an invitation into relationship and intimacy. So that we get to know him deeper and he gets to know us deeper. Even though when you come or not, Jesus said, he said, even before you come, your Father knows your need. But nevertheless, he wants you to come. And when you come, it's because he wants to hear you talk to him. He wants to hear you talk to him, and he wants you to open up to him. Now, at such level, life is beginning to transmit between yourselves. You're beginning to transmit yourselves into yourselves. That is where the woman now enters you, the man enters you. And everywhere you go to, you think of her. Everywhere she goes to, she thinks of you. So it's far beyond the surface greeting now. Prayer is going now deeper into the innermost part that is called the secret place. Now, at such level, you begin to know certain things about the person more than his cordial friends or more than even his parents. the person also begin to know you even more than yours. You go deeper. That's what prayer is. So let me put it for you as a capsule now for you. Prayer is relationship and intimacy with God. If you look at it from that perspective, then you're not going to struggle to pray, because you are building a relationship and intimacy with God. Now, some of you go to your damn self that you love genuinely, or you go to your guy that you love so much, you call your lover, that you give your life to. He gave his life to you also. Now, when you go to such places, you don't spend 20 minutes. You don't. If the person you come to see tells you that within 5 minutes, he tells you that I have somewhere to go. You come tomorrow. You say I have somewhere to go. 5 minutes is an indication he's not interested in you. That's what we are doing to God. That's what we are doing to God. For those of you who love prayer of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's what you are doing to God. When you really want to sit down and converse with you and enter you, you enter him. And you go. It's the name of the Lord. So if you live with the mindset of prayer like that, prayer is not going to be prayer is not going to be a choky thing. Prayer is not going to be a frustrating thing. It's going to be something that you love, because you're always going to your lover. You're always going to talk about your lover, the one who gave his life to you, and the one also who you gave your life to him. See prayer in that direction. See prayer in this direction. Then your prayer life is going to excel. Your prayer life is going to is going to prevail. It's going to avail. I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. See prayer in that light. Don't see it like a Sunday thing, a midweek service thing, an all-night thing, or just a time to talk and go. No. See it as part of your life. See it as what makes your life with God. Begin to see it that way. I know some of you, you're going to struggle you're going to be struggling with it, but you can start from the 5 minutes, the 10 minutes, the 20 minutes, the 30 minutes. If you're doing it from the depth of your heart, his love will be fusing into you, and you're going to discover you're going to be growing in the prayer. When you will spend 3 hours, 10 hours conversing with him, you will not even know. So when you spend time with that guy and that lady, you spend 5 hours, 6 hours, you don't know. You know the reason why? Because you gave the whole of your heart to her or to him. He also gave the whole of his life and he's everything to you. That is how it ought to be between us and Jesus, who gave his life to us and we gave our life to him. I am saying this and I'm explaining this because we agree that prayer is communication with who? With God. Prayer is communication with God. So the first point I leave us with is, if we agree that prayer is communication with God, then it means prayer is a relationship and intimacy with God. That's the first point I will leave with us on the second discussion for prayer. The Lord bless you.